Welcome, wrestling fans. We are live from Greensboro, North Carolina, where tonight we begin the march to the Clash of the Champions that claim a new United States Tag Team Champion. Our opening contest featuring members of the Four Horsemen, Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard. They will be going up against Tommy Rogers and Bobby Fulton, the Fantastics, here in the opening match of this tournament tonight. Joining me here in the broadcast position, as always, Stu Mayhem and Stu. Tonight, we are going to see the greatest tag team wrestling anywhere in the world.
Absolutely. They've got them coming from all walks of life. This was an event that was invitation only. They sent out invitations across the United States for just the very best tag teams in the world, and that is what we are going to be seeing here this evening.
Right now, there's been a lot of dissension taking place amongst the Four Horsemen, particularly with one, Lex Luger. We'll see if the Horsemen can show their unity here with Tully Blanchard and Arn Anderson in this tournament. But they're going to have a tough go of it here in the opening round, because right from their entrance here in the NWA back about a month ago, these two gentlemen have taken the world by storm. Their opening contest, first match for them, was against the reigning tag team champions, the Midnight Express non-title match. They got a clean pinfall over Bob Eaton and Dennis Condrey, and that has been launching their meteoric rise here in the NWA. A lot of people think they are the favorites here in this tournament. We'll see.
Well, there's no doubt they have absolutely been on cruise control since arriving here in the NWA, and if they can continue that here in this tournament, then they very well may be heading to the Clash of the Champions for that championship title.
All right, right now it's the enforcer Arn Anderson getting the upper hand. Bobby Fulton is in trouble. Down and now back up by Anderson, and let's see what the enforcer has in mind. We talked about the Four Horsemen, and right now some of the issues they've been dealing with. Lex Luger, the now former NWA World Heavyweight Champion, had that title stripped from him a week ago. Took the title from Ric Flair, and that apparently set off a series of events, which included Arn Anderson turning on Lex Luger when it looked like he was taking his side. Now the double team comes, and this is where the Horsemen are at their worst and at their most dangerous, and this is something that the Fantastics are going to have to avoid. The two-on-one attempts are going to be there. Now the question is, can they stay away from those traps? Lunging tag made, and Tommy Rogers, now the legal man of the ring, comes up with a big drop kick. Down goes Tully Blanchard. Another one. Tommy Rogers with 3 drop kicks, and Tully Blanchard is down.
Well, that's exactly what they're going to need. They have to get in there with that spitfire that they possess and bring the game and the fight to the Fantastics if they want to get past.
Look at this, Tully Blanchard bouncing that head off the canvas by driving a knee into the back of it. Tommy Rogers with a gut-wrench suplex, nicely done. I want to thank all you fans for joining us here live on the Nation Network. The exclusive home of the NWA here. Tommy Rogers now with the upper hand, and he's going to see if he can parlay that into something. Maybe a double team coming up here by the Fantastics. Let's see if they can pull that off. And here's the tag made.
Oh, they're going to do something right now. There's a double Irish whip and a nice move with a double hip toss, and Tully Blanchard now having to retreat.
Arn Anderson now, he had an opportunity, but he couldn't capitalize on it. He still gets the arm, and now he is working the arm and left shoulder of Bobby Fulton. And fans, we should mention what we just saw there, that maneuver. We originally were going to see the British Bulldogs in this tournament. They had a win recently that qualified them. However, due to injuries sustained by Davey Boy Smith with that very same hold that we just saw a moment ago, He has had a partially torn rotator cuff and will not be able to compete here tonight in this tournament. The NWA Championship Committee quickly looked around and they have found a suitable substitute. Tommy Rogers going to the top rope, but he just got taken off by Tully Blanchard.
Well, that's the difference right there. That's where ring awareness is going to come in, and Tommy Rogers just has to know that Tully Blanchard's on his way down there to knock you off that post, and don't bother climbing. It's not worth the risk.
Juice not being worth the squeeze in a situation like that. Well, we'll see as Arn Anderson wants it now, grinding the face of Tommy Rogers right here into the canvas. Crowd right now absolutely riveted by the action of the ring, and now the enforcer Arn Anderson wants Tommy Rogers to get back up. Nice arm drag right there. Tommy Rogers hits with a suplex, and Anderson feeling that one.
You saw Anderson grabbing the lower back, and that's where it took the impact, and now Tommy Rogers
going for the cover, not going to get him on a nice opportunity. Come up with that enziguri kick, and now he's working on the shoulder of Arn Anderson. Possible double team here. Once again, Anderson now in the wrong corner. Tag is made. Here come the Fantastics, and this could be the rocket launcher, and if it is, it could be all over.
Oh, he got him with it now. Let's see. Tully Blanchard is in. He's caught, and it's over.
Tommy Rogers caught Tully Blanchard. And the run continues for the Fantastics. Can anybody stop this team?
Wow, I'll tell you right now, a mild upset in my opinion.
We see the double team right there by the Fantastics. Arn Anderson dropping the elbow on Tommy Rogers. Almost had him right there. There's that enziguri that I thought might have knocked Anderson out, but he was able to recover from it. We get another look at it. Well, I thought we were going to get to see the pinfall, but that's not going to happen right now. But what an absolutely amazing opening contest and a huge victory for the Fantastics fans. That's just our opening match of the night. We've got plenty more action still to come. Stay with us. right, fans, we are back. This crowd still buzzing over that opening matchup. The Fantastics will be going up against one of these two teams that we are about to see as we see Chief Wahoo McDaniel making his way to the ring. He and Sam Houston have been a tag team as of late here in the NWA, and after the injury to Davey Boy Smith, they were chosen to fill that slot against the Russians, Ivan and Nikita Koloff.
I'll tell you, I'm one of the people very disappointed because the match between the Bulldogs and the Russians, I'll tell you, that would have been something else.
Indeed, it would have been, and there's no saying that we won't see that match at some point in time in the future, but unfortunately, here comes Sam Houston. This youngster has really torn through opportunities here in the NWA as well as the Florida area. Getting a lot of experience in a short period of time, and he's made quite the name for himself. But you'd have to say that if they were to somehow beat the Russians, that would be considered a pretty huge upset.
Oh, by far, that would be an absolute upset. These guys have not been a team very long at all, and Sam Houston is still learning the ropes, so to speak. So if they were to beat Ivan and Nikita Koloff, that would be absolutely unprecedented.
We get a look at Uncle Ivan, and surprisingly, Nikita Koloff not walking out with him.
Oh, that makes me wonder just a little bit. Oh, here comes.
Nikita Koloff carrying the colors. And perhaps that has something to do with why they have made separate entrances here, but Koloff clearly not embracing this crowd here in North Carolina.
Oh, they're not embracing him either, I can tell you that right now.
Well, Ivan Koloff and Nikita Koloff will both tell you that, in their opinion anyway, the Russians are superior athletes to American wrestlers. As we see Sam Houston going behind Nikita Koloff there. Well, sounds action's underway, and here we go. Ivan Koloff locking it up with Wahoo McDaniels. We've got the two veterans, the two seniors for their teams. Both of these men have the lion's share of experience inside of a wrestling ring, representing each of their teams respectively. As Wahoo McDaniels, we've seen a lot of work on shoulders in the last several days, and there's one right there, that move that Jim Cornette has once called the divorce court, because it will separate a shoulder from its socket. Russian leg sweep. Oh, but Russian now. Look at this. Nikita Koloff grabbing Wahoo McDaniel, holding him back, and allowing Ivan Koloff the opportunity to regain himself.
Well, he's done just that. As a matter of fact, he has now distracted Wahoo McDaniel enough where Ivan is back up on his feet.
Well, he did everything he wanted to do there, and this is where I believe the Koloffs are going to have a huge advantage. Going to work now on the trapezius area of Ivan Koloff. And Wahoo McDaniel's doing very well for himself early on in this matchup. Ivan Koloff been on the receiving end of most of the punishment. Oh, he just hung him across the top rope. Lunging tag is made. Here comes Nikita Koloff. And now Nikita with a shoulder tackle, and down goes Wahoo McDaniel. Single leg drop kick. And another shoulder tackle.
Oh, Nikita Koloff, he is a force to be reckoned with. He is the Ivan Drago of the NWA. He is a machine. He was put together in Mother Russia, and he has just been superior in just about every way possible.
Now Koloff going to work on Wahoo McDaniel, and now it might be time for McDaniel to make that tag to Sam Houston, but inverted atomic knee drop, that'll give the opportunity.
Well, the opportunity was there, but he decides to stay in the ring, and we'll see, but that could have been a mistake.
From the middle rope, what's Wahoo gonna do? Double axe handle right down across the head of the Russian Nightmare. And now Nikita Koloff with Wahoo McDaniel. Backbreaker. Hammering down on the head of Wahoo McDaniel.
Oh, he's really going to town on Wahoo now. McDaniel needs to make the tag to Sam Houston.
Nice reversal by Wahoo, but he still will not tag Sam Houston in. And I agree, I think this is a huge mistake right now. I think Wahoo's playing with fire, staying in the ring as long as he is. Sleeper hold. He's got a sleeper hold out of it. Koloff.
Wow, he got out of that one just perfectly, drove the jaw of Wahoo McDaniel down into his shoulder and really stunned him with that one.
This time Wahoo tried to make the tag, but he waited too long. And now this is what I was worried about. He has now been brought into the corner of the Russians. Ivan Koloff off the ropes. Sledgehammer towards the back and throwing Wahoo across the ring. The Russian Bear, former world champion. There's a lunging tag, and here comes Sam Houston. Sam Houston, a house of fire. Down goes Ivan Koloff. Oh, and he missed that one.
Well, the youth and the inexperience now as he gets too deep into the corner. And now it is Sam Houston against Nikita Koloff, but I don't like that matchup.
Well, Houston has still managed to come up with a series of offense. Wahoo McDaniel, you see him sitting out on the floor. He is not going to be any help to Sam Houston for some time yet. Double axe handle right to the head. Big Texas lariat. Now Sam Houston, oh, I thought he was going to go for the cover.
Well, this Texas lariat's a pretty devastating maneuver, but I don't think it's any comparison to the Russian sickle.
No, I don't know if anything is. That Russian sickle, when Nikita Koloff hits you with it, it's over. Nice suplex right there by Ivan Koloff, and as we look at Wahoo McDaniel, he's up on the apron, but it doesn't look like he has much left in the tank.
Well, we talked about back at the beginning when he had opportunities to tag out, and he let them go by the wayside, and right now the Russians are taking advantage of that. Oh!
Big move right there by Sam Houston with the bulldog. 1, 2. Oh, he almost got him. That would have been a huge upset.
That would have been absolutely enormous.
All 4 men in the ring. Referee losing control of this one. Sam Houston now choking out Ivan Koloff.
Well, that's not something we're used to seeing from this young man, but this thing is broken down, and he's learning quickly that you've got to give what you get.
Houston playing up to the crowd, but that's a mistake in my opinion. You've got this guy hurt. Ivan Koloff is no one to be taken for granted. You got to finish him off.
This crowd on its feet here in North Carolina, they're loving what's happening here to the Russians.
Oh, hung across that top rope. Throat first, and Ivan Koloff feeling it. right to the head. Sam Houston is absolutely putting on a clinic here. Now fighting his way back. Both men trading blows in the middle of the ring. Look at this crowd on its feet. No one sitting down. Figure 4 leg lock is on.
I don't believe this. Sam Houston may be getting Ivan Koloff to tap out.
He came close, but the Russian Bear would not submit. Sam Houston's stock has just skyrocketed here tonight, no matter what the outcome. Nikita Koloff just got a shot in on Sam Houston.
Oh, he busted him open with that big knee right to the head, and now the blood flowing down the face of Ivan Koloff.
Most importantly, Sam Houston has bought a lot of time for Wahoo McDaniels to get himself back together again. He's looking a lot better in the corner now than he was a moment ago.
As that blood starts to go down the face. Oh, wait a minute.
There it is, a bulldog! Koloff is done! Nikita's there, will he make the save? He does! And again, all 4 men in the ring. This match would have been over if Nikita Koloff didn't make that save right there. The Russians, I think they may have took this team a little bit for granted. Sam Houston absolutely shocking this crowd here tonight.
Oh, I think he's even more shocked is the Russians, who never expected him to be the problem here. I think they were concerned about Wahoo more than anything.
Sam Houston continues to work over Ivan Koloff in his own corner. If there has been a mistake, I would say that's been it. He needs to get him over to his side, where Wahoo McDaniels is there to lend protection. Houston again going up for a suplex. Oh, nice move by Ivan Koloff. Now the Russian Bear just driving him down into the canvas, and here comes a tag leg. And now Nikita Koloff, the legal man. And now Koloff has got him. Had him in that camel clutch. Referee was right there, but Sam Houston would not give it up. Ivan back in.
Fans, I'll tell you right now, we've seen a lot of surprises in the world of wrestling, and we've seen some stunning upsets, but what I'm seeing right now out of Sam Houston is absolutely mind-numbing.
Oh, he's got him stalled off the ropes. There's the bulldog. And this time, Nikita Koloff is nowhere near his corner. 1, 2. Save is made. The referee is out.
Ivan Koloff took out the referee.
The Russian sickle. Ivan Koloff just took Sam Houston out. Referee is out. All bodies are down.
It looks like somebody bombed a drive-in movie.
And now Houston is up first, and Nikita Koloff on the receiving end of a suplex. Referee starting to regain his composure. Tag made, here comes the Russian Bear. Well, a boot right to the face. Oh, and again, Sam Houston in trouble. And now the Russian Bear going to work on Sam Houston.
Somehow Sam Houston still manages to pull something out, and he's regained the offense, and again driving that already damaged forehead of Ivan Koloff into the canvas.
Well, here's the big thing I've noticed about the team of Wahoo and Sam Houston. Both of these men have stayed in the ring for extraordinarily long periods of time. Goes for two, gets, oh, he almost had it. They do not tag out very frequently at all. As a matter of fact, this is only the second tag they've made the entire match.
Oh, but Wahoo McDaniel's ready. Oh, a big chop to the head.
And he's in the right corner. Nikita Koloff is in there, and he makes a save, or it would have been over. All four men in the ring. Referee is standing by helplessly. We have to get winners.
Now, as we look at blood really starting to go into the eyes of Ivan Koloff, and that could be a problem.
Save that time by Sam Houston, and now look at this. Ivan Koloff taking a swipe at Houston. Ivan Koloff hammering away. But Wahoo McDaniel's back up with a clothesline. Wahoo again going to work on that arm.
Oh, that's smart right there. He knows if he can damage the arm, that takes away the Russian sickle's effectiveness, and that is their number one weapon.
Sam Houston coming right back in and delivering that reverse suplex on Ivan Koloff, who's now back into the turnbuckle. Sam Houston, tornado DDT, and again, Ivan Koloff in trouble.
Oh, look at that blood flow now. Koloff is in all kinds of trouble.
Figure four leg lock is on. Ivan Koloff bleeding like a stuck pig. Referee's asking if he wants to give it up. He does.
Oh, I don't believe it.
Fans, we've seen the upset of the night. Probably the upset of the year.
I still don't believe it.
Sam Houston with that figure four leg lock. He had set it on earlier in the night, and he really held it for a while. You wonder how much damage that had done to the knee of Ivan Koloff, because later on, he would not be able to sustain it. This young man, his stock is shot through the roof here tonight.
Oh, Sam Houston and Wahoo McDaniel, last-minute fill-in replacement for the British Bulldogs, and they have just shocked the world.
We'll be seeing them later on as they go up against the Fantastics. Unbelievable. More coming your way right after this. Stay with us, fans. All right, fans, we are back. We've seen it all already. I think we can just go home. Sam Houston and Wahoo McDaniel just beat the Russians.
Well, tell you what, talk about upsets. I don't know. Where do you go from there? Well, we got two teams here representing the AWA. They're no strangers to one another. They definitely don't like one another. But they both earned an invitation to be a part of the NWA U.S. Tag Team Tournament. We see the Road Warriors, former NWA World Tag Team Champions. They'll be going up against a couple of guys who've had a pretty good run as of late in the AWA.
Indeed, we're going to get a look at Buddy Rose. The Playboy Buddy Rose and Pretty Boy Doug Summers, his tag team partner. They are members of the Diamond Exchange. Diamond Dallas Page not here tonight. But he took these two men on. He cut loose a couple of other talented individuals, Pat Tanaka and Paul Diamond, known as Bad Company. And Diamond Dallas Page just felt that they weren't carrying the weight. But these two men have done quite a job for him. And he feels he made the right choice, and he traded up, as he would like to say. As we remind you, a lot of the created content that you see here on the Nation Network is available to be downloaded on your PlayStation 4 system. Log into your WWE2K18 game, go to your Communities tab under Downloads, and do a search for One Nation. That's one, the number one, and the word nation.
All right, here we go now. I'll tell you, nothing's going to match the upset we just saw, but I would be a little surprised if Summers and Rose were able to get past a team like the Road Warriors, who have so much to prove here tonight.
Well, no doubt about it. They've been on a bit of a skid, you could say, since losing the NWA Tag Team titles to the Midnight Express. They've since then lost the AWA Tag Team Championship as well. And they are here to prove that they're back in championship form, and that would go a long way to prove that if they can make it to the finals here tonight. Animal going for that drop kick. Buddy Rose sidesteps it. Now, let's not judge a book by the cover. The Playboy Buddy Rose, to look at him, he's not exactly put together the same way as Hawk and Animal, but he can do a lot with what he's got, and he's had a lot of success inside the squared circle.
He absolutely has, and he and Doug Summers have been quite the formidable tag team to those going up against them.
Of course, if you ask him, the Playboy will tell you that he is a slim, trim 215 pounds.
On what scale is he measuring himself on, the moon?
Well, just repeating what he likes to have people believe. We tend to believe he's a little closer to the 300-pound mark.
I would say definitely closer to that.
As Animal just drops the Pretty Boy, and Doug Summers going down. He got rocked on the way down. Reverses. Returns the favor right there with that belly-to-back suplex on Animal, and now the Road Warriors on the receiving end. Let's see if they got a double team coming up here. I believe they do. Tag is made. Off the ropes, he shoots him. Drop toe, big elbow drop right into the back, and now Animal in trouble.
Well, you know, the thing about a rut like the one the Road Warriors have been in is all of a sudden when you start losing matches that you should be winning, you get into the next match and then something starts to go awry. and you get that feeling in your back of your mind that, oh, here we go again, and now all of a sudden you've just given it life. And I think that's the problem the Road Warriors have been having, and that's something they're going to have to get past here tonight if they're going to have a chance.
I agree 100%, and here comes Hawk, and he's in there dropping the Playboy head first into the turnbuckle, but again, Playboy Buddy Rose comes right back up. Animal outside the ring using the steel steps to help himself get back up. Summers sends it off, big clothesline by Hawk. And another one, down goes Doug Summers.
Catching up with a bunch of them now, and Doug Summers doesn't know where he's at.
Oh, he caught him just in time to avoid what might have been a double team. Summers with a DDT, and down goes the Road Warrior.
Oh, he's setting him up for a pile driver, not power bomb.
And now Hawk is in trouble, and Summers. The pretty boy in control. Scoop up in the air, couldn't hold him. Hawk comes down the back. Clothesline takes him all the way out to the floor. Summers landed hard on the concrete. And now the tag man, and the Animal is the legal man in. Animal doing a job right now on Doug Summers.
Well, the action here on the floor, and that's not going to be good for the pretty boy. He wants to get back in the ring if he's smart. These two from Chicago, they'll give you a Chicago street fight lesson you don't want to have.
Oh, he's got him in an abdominal stretch. Oh, look at this. Really putting a torque on the middle. The core of the Road Warrior. And now Animal working that Charlie horse move towards the thigh.
Summers was trying to make the tag, but he got cut off, and once again, here comes a double team.
The Road Warrior set up. Oh, this is not going to be good. Shoulder tackle. And the tag made. Hawk gets back in the ring. He's got the Playboy Buddy Rose.
Whoa, the tide has turned in this one, and now it is a Road Warrior. Oh, look at this, feet up on the ropes.
But Playboy Buddy Rose still able to kick out. Once again, the fans here in North Carolina on their feet. Greensboro Coliseum has been home to some of the greatest matches in the NWA's history, but tonight we are seeing something special here.
Clothesline, and Buddy Rose is in trouble.
The tag made, and look at this. Doomsday device.
Turned on inside out with that one. Goes for the cover.
Summers able to make the save. This would have been over if not for Doug Summers making the save. Brainbuster.
Oh, Doug Summers has come to the rescue for sure on Playboy Buddy Rose, who is absolutely being decimated inside the ring here tonight.
The Road Warriors looking to turn their fortune around here tonight. Buddy Rose with a big elbow. Meantime, outside the ring, Doug Summers and Road Warrior Hawk still going at it.
Well, the tide has turned once again in this one in a big way. Oh, wait a minute now. The Road Warriors starting to come back up on top. Hawk just laid out Doug Summers.
Summers is just getting back to his feet now. There's a tag coming up, and there it is. Hawk comes back in as a legal man. Playboy Buddy Rose been in this ring way too long. Shot to the midsection, and now the Playboy with an opportunity. Should have took advantage of it. Into the turnbuckle, ramming his head repeatedly.
He doesn't know where he is right now, but Playboy Buddy Rose.
Great job right there with that nice leg trip. Version of the drop toe hold. There's a backbreaker. Hawk is in trouble. Oh, two, and that's all he gets.
Well, lucky for Hawk, he was able to make the kick out because Animal was intercepted by the Pretty Boy.
It's been a night of upsets, fans. What's one more? The Playboy Buddy Rose now again with the Irish whip into the turnbuckle. What a splash!
Well, we talked about not judging the book by the cover. Well, in this case, he shows how that body of his can be used as an effective weapon.
Hawk goes for the cover, and he gets two. It's so important right now if they keep Buddy Rose out of his corner. Do not let him make the tag. Right in the eyes. Rose doesn't know where he is. Walked right into the big boot into the Road Warrior.
Atomic knee drop, and look at this. Playboy Buddy Rose nicely timed that one.
And now Buddy Rose hammering away on Hawk, goes for the scoop slam. Driving that frame. Tag is made. Here comes Animal. Down goes Buddy Rose.
Forearm, short face, and the Road Warriors are back in control of this one. Back and forth. Who will it be?
Powerbomb. He holds on. It's going to be two.
Going for the trifecta. There it is.
Do not let him make the tag. He does. What a move by Doug Summers.
Unbelievable. That's 3 times they just caught Animal. It's a one-on-one match now. Both teams have nobody in the corner.
Whoever goes for the next pinfall might have it. Both of these teams taking a beating here tonight. But Animal fighting his way off his knees. Pretty Boy Doug Summers set into the turnbuckle. Animal driving the shoulders into the midsection. That could be it. There's no one to make a save. 1, 2, 3. What a match.
Oh, I'll tell you right now, there were moments where it looked like we were going to see the Road Warriors out in the first round.
Indeed there were, but the Road Warriors relying on their ring experience, their tag team experience, and it was enough to carry them past the first round of the United States Tag Team Tournament. That is a much-needed win for the Road Warriors. It could that be the victory that propels them back to the top of the mountain? We're going to see. All right, fans, stay with us. us. We've got more action still to come. All right, fans, we have come down to it. The final match of the opening round. And this is going to be one for the history books. Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson, the Rock and Roll Express. Since making their return to the NWA after the injury sustained at the hands of the Midnight Express back in October, they have been lighting it up, but they have been really going after the Midnight Express.
Well, they've been attacking the Midnight Express on their way to the ring each and every night, even when the Midnight Express are not facing the Rock and Roll Express. They haven't actually had an in-ring match. It's just been a bunch of attacks at stage at ringside. And this is going to be the first real match we've seen the Rock and Roll Express in.
Well, here they are, the Florida Tag Team Champions. The fabulous ones, Stan Lane, Steve Keirn. This is a dream match, fans. These are two of the top tag teams of all time. They don't normally have the opportunity to get in the ring together, but tonight they do. On any other night of the week, these guys would probably be good friends, but tonight there's a lot on the line. All right, here we go. Bells Townsend action underway right off the bat. They meet in the middle of the ring, and Stan Lane with a gutbuster on Ricky Morton open this one up.
Well, back to your point, the Rock and Roll Express coming off of those injuries and not having a lot of in-ring time over the last 3 months. You have to wonder if there's going to be some ring rust and how that might affect them, especially when they're going up against a team as talented as the Fabulous Ones. And let's also keep in mind that the winner of this match gets to look forward to facing the Road Warriors.
Well, indeed, trying to punch their ticket to the Final Four. The Rock and Roll Express and the Fabulous Ones. Thus far, it's been Stan Lane pretty much dominating Ricky Morton. Now what's he going to do? Oh, has that arm outstretched and working over the left hand of Ricky Morton. Stan Lane, of course, no stranger to the Midnight Express. He was former tag team partner with Bobby Eaton as part of the Midnight Express. And, of course, the rivalry with the Midnight Express continues on. Maybe a little bit easier for the Midnight Express, or I should say for the Rock and Roll Express, to show aggression towards Stan Lane than Steve Kern on this one. Ricky Morton now all the way to the top rope. Goes for the fist drop, but nobody was home.
Well, Ricky Morton tried to high risk, and it didn't pay off.
Now brings him over to that corner once again. Let's see what he's going to do. Ricky Morton turns him inside out with that one. Nice move, and now Ricky Morton just throwing Stan Lane towards the middle of the ring.
Both these teams are going to be looking for their double team opportunities because they both have quite the arsenal of maneuvers that they can pull off in tandem.
Well, Ricky Morton going to try his luck one more time. What's he going to do here from the middle rope? Goes flying backwards with an elbow that finds the mark. Tag is made, and Robert Gibson now the legal man.
Our first look at Robert Gibson in this one.
Well, it's a pick-up match, fans. I don't know how anyone could predict the outcome of this one. Robert Gibson now emulating Ricky Morton with that back elbow. Very difficult move to land. Robert Gibson wants him up.
Now he is up, and there's a cross body block right on.
Stan Lane trying to make the tag to Steve Kerr, but Gibson denies him. Boot to the midsection. Now Robert Gibson hooks it up. DDT. Tag is made.
Stan Lane out of self-preservation making the tag to his partner. And now Steve Kern hitting the ring and hitting Gibson with everything he's got.
Now to Steve Kerr on the middle rope, and the fans starting to leave their seats. Double axe handle right to the head, and Gibson wants to make the tag to Ricky Morton, but I don't think he'll be able to. Nice move right there by Robert Gibson. Had to reach down and pull that one out with the leverage. But he and Steve Kerr now trading blows. Steve Kerr just drove Robert Gibson headfirst into the canvas.
Well, that's a little bit of a misleading terminology because below that canvas is plywood and it's not very forgiving.
Steve Kerr drops him head first. Robert Gibson may be out. Ricky Morton is in and makes the save. All four out of the ring now. Stan Lane's got Ricky Morton. Belly to back suplex. Big uppercut right there by the Rock and Roll. Gibson out with that side headlock, grinding it out on Steve Kern.
Well, that's a good move right there. It gives Gibson the opportunity to catch his breath, regain his composure after having his head bounced off the floor like that, and also make Steve Kern carry all of his weight.
Bulldog right there by Robert Gibson. Steve Kerr in trouble.
Oh, he blocks that one shot by Gibson, though, and retaliates.
Steve Kerr, uppercut, straightens Robert Gibson out. Wow, he flapjacked him right to the middle of the ring. Gibson's hurt.
I think Robert Gibson was busted open. I didn't get a good look at him, but I believe he's bleeding.
fire. Just caught Steve Kerr with a drop kick. Will that be enough? 1, 2, no. Steve Kerr out the back door as we try to get a look at Robert Gibson over here ringside. Still Ricky Morton taking over. DDT and Steve Kerr is out. Ricky Morton hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3, no.
Oh, I thought it was over.
Stan Lane thought it was over too, but Steve Kerr able to kick out, and Robert Gibson has been busted open. You were right.
He's bleeding quite badly, actually. It is really streaming down. And as always, we worry about a wrestler's vision when that blood starts to flow.
Ricky Morton breaking out of that sleeper hold. Hurricane Rana, nicely done. All the fans here are on their feet again for yet another tremendous battle between two teams trying to punch their ticket to the finals.
What is it going to be like at the Clash of the Champions when there are only 2 of these teams remaining?
Gibson all the way to the top rope. He wants Steve Kerr up. He caught him with that rock and roll fist right to the head. Morton again, where's he going?
Well, Gibson, you can see him just hanging on for all he's worth in the corner.
Drop kick by Ricky Morton, it's over. Hit him and it's over.
I think he had him, but he didn't go for the cover. Here's another opportunity, double team. All the fans were waiting for it.
Double drop kick right on the money. Save is made or it would have been over. Robert Gibson doing a number on Stan Lane.
He should cover him. I think he can still get him with a quick pinfall.
Gibson's got him up. Suplex takes him over. Steve Kerr is in trouble. Deep arm drag and Steve Kerr caught Robert Gibson coming in.
Wow, what a tremendous move right there. Drove the body of Robert Gibson heavy into the canvas.
Now right hand to the side of the head of Robert Gibson, and now Steve Kerr goes for the suplex. Gibson blocks it. Robert Gibson now the Irish whip into the turnbuckle, and Gibson has set him into a friendly part of the corner, and here we go, tag team again. The double team, and now Ricky Morton's got the opportunity if he goes for the cover.
Oh, he didn't do it. I'm not sure why, but he could have probably put him away right there.
Backbreaker by Ricky Morton. And now Ricky Morton. Nice move right there. Turns around that elbow into the chest of Steve Kerr. Stan Lane back up on the apron, desperate to make the tag. He knows his partner needs to tag out.
Wow, what a move by Steve Kerr, driving Ricky Morton back in, but now Morton going to work on that shoulder Russian leg sweep. Ricky Morton quick as a cat.
And again, depriving him of the opportunity to make the tag. Hurricane Rocker right there. Ricky Morton going to work.
Well, they've done a tremendous job of cutting the ring in half. Steve Kerr has not been able to make a tag in quite some time. He's absorbed an enormous amount of punishment. Now Ricky Morton looking to hand out some more.
Morton from the top rope. There's the drop kick, and it's over. Why won't he cover him?
Well, all I can tell you is Ricky's in the ring with him, and he probably... Oh, float over!
1, 2, and he kicks out.
Well, that's what I was just getting ready to say. He's in the ring with Steve Kern, and he must know something. He must feel that he still isn't ready to be put down.
Steve Kern, pommel lock, and look at this. Drives Ricky Morton head first. He's busting him open.
Morton is bleeding. Gibson is bleeding. The Rock and Roll Express cannot put the Fabulous Ones away.
It is so unfortunate that one of these teams is going to be eliminated in the opening round, but it's got to happen. He hooks a leg, and it's going to be it. 1, 2, 3. The Fabulous Ones are victorious.
Wow, I'm not going to call it an upset. But when you consider the way that match was going, it certainly looked like the Rock and Roll Express had what it takes to put it away.
We talked about ring rust early on. I'm not sure there was a lot of it. And as much as I was surprised that the Rock and Roll Express didn't go for the cover at a few different points in time, it appears that they might have been right, because when they did, Steve Kern had enough left to still kick out when I thought it was over. There are your winners, the Fabulous Ones. They will face the Road Warriors.
That's what you get for winning, right? What do you get for losing?
All right, fans, stay with us. We've got more. The semifinals are next. All right, fans, we are back, and it's time for our first of two semifinals matches. One of these two teams will be going to the Clash of the Champions to fight for the right to be the first NWA United States Tag Team Champions in FWF history.
Well, not only that, but we understand there's more tag team gold coming at the Clash of the Champions.
Well, indeed, fans, we just got this word going on the air that the NWA will be sanctioning a 6-man tag team championship, and that match will be decided as well at the Clash of the Champions.
Very interested to see who that's going to be. 6 men, it's always interesting. We don't see a lot of 6-man tag matches.
The mentality and the strategy in 6-man tag team wrestling is a little bit different than it is in standard 2-man because you have that extra player involved. The Chief Wahoo McDaniels made his way down to the ring now, waiting on his partner, Sam Houston. All right, here he is, Sam Houston. This young man has really done well for himself. Great showing in that Albany contest.
No doubt about it. He really bailed his team out because Wahoo was in there for an extensive period of time.
All right, bell sounds, action's underway, and it'll be Bobby Fulton locking up with Wahoo McDaniels in the middle of the ring.
Well, both of these teams have gone through quite a lot in that opening match, but I would suggest that it would be Wahoo McDaniel and Sam Houston who absorbed the majority of punishment, and you wonder how well rested they are now coming back into this match compared to the Fantastics.
Fantastics had a much easier go with the Four Horsemen comparatively than Wahoo and Sam Houston did. Now Sam Houston is a legal man going up to the top rope. Bobby Fulton is out in the middle of the ring. Sam Houston caught him. Nice move by Houston from the top rope, and now what's he going to do? Driving the head of Bobby Fulton into the canvas.
Oh, Fulton wanted to make the tag, and Sam Houston, tremendous job of not allowing it.
Bobby Fulton makes the tag. Here comes Tommy Rogers. Drop kick down goes Sam Houston. And another. Houston back up to his feet. Back elbow, and he caught Tommy Rogers.
Well, this young man just continues to impress.
DDT on Tommy Rogers, and now the Fantastics suddenly are in a lot of trouble. Big right hand, and now Sam Houston wraps them up. Russian leg sweep takes him down. Bobby Fulton makes it back to the apron. And Tommy Rogers rocks him with an uppercut.
Neck breaker move right there, nicely done. Tommy Rogers has to do a little bit more, though, to get the pendulum swinging in his team's direction.
Fulton's got a hold of Sam Houston. What's he going to do with him? Walks the tightrope and then slings him across the ring. Tag is made. Wahoo McDaniel now the legal man of the ring. Rogers elects to get off that rope instead. Now he's got Wahoo in trouble. Snapmare takes Wahoo over, and now he's got him in his corner. That is smart tag team wrestling right there. Tag is made. Bobby Fulton in.
Well, we saw the early matchup where Wahoo took a very long time to make the tag to Sam Houston, and then Houston was in the ring for a very long time. But here we see Fulton and Rogers making very quick tags by contrast, and that could make a big difference in the outcome of this one.
100% agree with you on that. Bobby Fulton down with Wahoo McDaniels. What's he going to do with the Chief? Walks him again over to the corner. Oh, he just dropped him down across the top rope. Throat first. Wahoo McDaniels stunned. Again, he has him into the turnbuckle. But Wahoo able to get that big boot right in the face of Bobby Fulton.
Oh, he's going to do it.
There it is. Indian Deathlock is on. We may be looking at another upset.
He released the hold. Bobby Fulton did not submit.
Now Fulton has got Wahoo locked up. We saw this earlier. We're going to see it again. Arm drags him all the way across the ring. Bobby Fulton with an elbow.
Wow, he really got some elevation on that one. Went way up into the lights and then came crashing down.
Tag is made. Rocket launcher. This could be it.
Down across Wahoo.
One. Save is made by Sam Houston, or this one would have been over. Tommy Rogers with another opportunity right now. Elects not to go for the cover. Big suplex right there on Wahoo McDaniel.
Not only that, but his feet got caught in the ropes on the way down, and that really does a number on you.
Wahoo now's got that sleeper hold on him. Tommy Rogers just stood him up.
Oh, that's one of the best ways to get out of it.
Enziguri and Wahoo McDaniels is out. Into the corner he goes again. Tag is made, and this could be it.
I think they're going to go for it again.
Here it is, a rocket launcher. Hooks the leg, referee's there. 1, 2. Save is again made by Sam Houston. And now I think the Fantastics are getting frustrated.
Well, they know they've had the match won. Look at the double team right there. Wahoo McDaniel in the drop kick by Sam Houston.
These were guys that weren't even in this event. Wahoo McDaniel with a DDT on Bobby Fulton. Now hammering down on the forehead. Goes for the suplex, has him way up in the air. Wahoo McDaniel delivering the suplex to Bobby Fulton. And the fans here almost sound like they're starting to turn on Wahoo McDaniel.
Well, you know what? The Fantastics have had this match won at least 2 times, if not for the save by Sam Houston.
Sam Houston with a series of flying forearms, taking down Tommy Rogers. Rogers sidestepped that one. Sends Sam Houston now into the turnbuckle. What's he going to follow up with? Springboard, cross body block, go for the cover.
Well, again, not in a hurry to go for the cover.
Tommy Rogers making a big mistake, in my opinion. You got Wahoo McDaniels down on the floor. He's not going to be involved. Go for the cover while you have an opportunity. Just drop Sam Houston across that top rope. Going to work on the arm, and now Wahoo McDaniel back up to his feet. Rogers once again to the corner. Arm drag takes him across.
You have to imagine that takes a lot out of the shoulder area in particular.
Rogers looking to make the tag. Here it is. Another rocket launcher, this time to a standing Sam Houston. Fulton with the elbow. And again with the elbow. Series of right hands. Drops Sam Houston with that one.
How much more can anybody take in this one? Right now, it looks like the Fantastics are in control. But hey, what happened in the last match?
Tommy Rogers has him up. Pile driver, he's out.
I think he is.
Hooks a leg, referee is there. 1, 2, 3.
Wow, what a match though.
It took everything they could come up with. But the Fantastics continue their winning ways here in the NWA.
Well, let's take a look back at some of the moments here. Nice standing senton, and here it was. Pile driver just knocked him out cold.
Well, we now know one of the two teams that will be competing at the Clash of the Champions for the United States Tag Team Championship. And it will be Tommy Rogers and Bobby Fulton, the Fantastics. Fans, stick around. We're going to find out who will be facing the Fantastics right after this. All right, fans, here we go. Our final match of the night here live from Greensboro Coliseum. They are the former NWA World Tag Team Champions, the former AWA World Tag Team Champions, and now they are on the cuspice of putting themselves into the finals to become the first ever NWA US Tag Team Champions.
Well, I'll tell you right now, we saw them get that big victory in the opening round, and that was a win they needed very badly. Now that they've got it, the question is, will that momentum continue to carry them through against a team that just pulled off a huge upset in many people's minds against the Rock and Roll Express?
Well, we know the the Fabulous Ones are capable of beating anyone. They're the Florida State Tag Team Champions at this point in time. But we saw the Florida State Heavyweight Champion turn around and become the World Champion overnight, so anything is possible. Hawk and Animal waiting patiently in the ring, and here they come. They don't have to wait much longer. Your Florida Tag Team Champions, the Fabulous Ones, Stan Lane, Steve Kern.
Well, the Fabulous Ones have a lot of fans on there, no doubt about that. They proudly wear the Florida State Tag Team Championship, but they would love to do what Lex Luger did and parlay that into the U.S. titles, and who knows, down the line, maybe the World Tag Team titles.
Well, definitely capable of doing that. Stan Lane starting things off with Animal. Big difference in strength and power in this matchup right here. This one's going to be interesting, and I would suggest that for the Fabulous Ones to have a shot at winning this, they're going to have to cut the ring in half. They're going to have to double team the Road Warriors frequently in this one and make a lot of quick tags. Oh, all the way out to the concrete floor. He landed awkwardly.
Yeah, it looked like he might have come down on his shoulder.
Oh, he just drove Road Warrior Animal into the apron back first. Referee's count continues. Atomic knee drop and Animal's down. Going to work on the trapezius is Stan Lane.
Oh, he's back in the ring to beat the count. Tag is made. Steve Kern, now the legal man. What?
You've got to be kidding me. It's a count-out victory. The Fabulous Ones are going to advance via a count-out.
Well, it's a win, and a win is all they needed. And
unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. It will be the Fabulous Ones against the Fantastics for the U.S. Tag Team titles at the Clash of the Champions. Thank you for joining us here live from Greensboro. Tony Schiavone for Stu Mayhem saying so long, everyone.